April poof. I already messed up. I was going to say April Fool's month. We're not really streaming today, but then I'm probably banned because you're not allowed to do crazy stuff like that right at the start of a video. Anyway, I messed up my whole intro. How's everyone doing? Oh, crazy. It is April Fool's Day. It looks like Red Panda, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Unleash the Cavalry. We're hanging out 136 viewers, 27 likes. What is wrong with that number? We need some more likes, guys. Smash that like button. How's everyone doing? It is Saturday. It is April Fool's Day. And I didn't really see too many videos released this morning on, some type of jokes. I was thinking about putting a, kind of a video together. I was going to say, you know what? I just finally, after a year of working on it with a couple people, we released the RabidMining. So I was going to release a miner program. The RabidMining is going to give you an extra 45 to 50% hash rate across CPUs and GPUs across anything that they could mine. But yeah, I just didn't do it. I was busy yesterday and had to run to town and all sorts of other things. But yeah, so I had an idea. I got busy and couldn't do it. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't see much from really anybody out there really did any. Did you guys see some funny April Fool's Day jokes? I don't know. Did Linus do something? I don't know if he did something funny. He usually does as well. A lot of people out there do everything. Anyway, what are you guys up to? How's everything going? Crypto mining is, well, kind of back. It's still, you can tell we're in a bear market. If you go through Reddit and stuff, Ether mining there and everything, you can see how everyone says there's zero profit, nothing's to be had, it's not worth turning on. You can tell we're still in prime time people mad, which is good for all of us because obviously we are seeing the profits slowly start to pick up with these pumps. And as other people don't, they just don't want to believe it or whatever, that does leave more profits for everybody else. So, that's good. This is where we're probably getting to that point in time now where the yields are good. Now we're still not looking at any great yields here. Now let's just have a look. Let's just try something like Ravencoin, for example. Let's go to Ravencoin hash rate. Just get an idea of kind of what we're referring to here. We're still, I know previously, after we come into a bear market and hash rate usually dips when the price dips, but Ethereum, they hurt this big time. So as you can see, right here, this is prior to the merge. We're slipping into the bear market at this point, but this is prior to the merge here. Maybe we should go back a little bit more before this. Where are we at here? Where are we at? 2020 moving up. Oh wow, that's a lot of hash rate right there. Bam, then we lost it. Oh yeah, that's when is this when the halving occurred? Anyway, regardless, so we're hanging out about here, but this was most of the times here. Now we should, in theory, have been back down to these levels coming into the bear market here, right? Which means our yields and everything would pick up. Yes, we had halvings and so on, but the merge actually made it not really happen. So now we're hanging up here. We're over twice, maybe even 3 times the amount of hash rate that we should actually be at in a normal bear market situation. So most of the mainstream coins, by mainstream, I mean in everything everyone was talking about is go-tos after Ethereum. So that's your Ravencoin, your FLUX, all the most coins, they're just way too high on hash rate. We're not seeing massive yields like we normally would have seen, but new coins have came out and we are seeing some pretty nice numbers here. Now, take a look at this. Caspa, I just updated this during the countdown at current prices for most of these coins. We can see Caspa's almost, right now, almost at $1 million. I gotta double check. Yeah, that's USD, right? Is that USD or am I Canadian here? Hold on, let's go back. Where's mining pool stats? Mining pool stats, Caspa. Is it that high in USD now? Yeah, that's USD. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. I was like, wow, I thought I was looking at Canadian, but Caspa actually hit 5 cents Canadian. I wonder if I get a little closer for you guys. Let me try a different chart number. No, I can't really see that one. Maybe this one works out. Can we see the top? All right, yeah, this one works. You can kind of see it a little better now. I'll scroll down to make it match up. So look at this. Caspa is $797,000 per 24 hours right now. That is paying out to miners. That's a huge leap. Previously, Ethereum Classic was the highest paid out there. And now look at that, over double Caspa has hit. Now, this is a new coin that wasn't really talked about prior to the ETH merge. It was here. Son of a Tech obviously was bringing this to everybody and stuff at the time, but it wasn't on an exchange, I don't think, at that point. Now we can see it listed. it's crazy. So it hit about 3 cents. It peaked at 4 or something. And like I said, in Canadian cents, it was like 5 or 6 cents. Something crazy. It was high. Now, could this be the next coin that could see potentially 40,000% gains? Maybe. Normally, I would say mine the most profitable coin, and then just swap it into whatever you want. But this might be a very good coin to hold for the future, especially with that aggressive halving schedule. And then, it's going to be a lot harder to get your hands on Caspa. And it's just going to, has the chance to go through the moon. But anyway, we have Caspa here. We got ETC is paying out miners $340,000 per 24 hours. As we know, it's ETH hash, ETC hash. We got Jazz miners, Ipolos. Most of them are covering the network. Not so much GPUs because they're depending on your power price. You might still be mining them. I know it is still large in Hiva West. Caspa took that over. We got Nexa here. It's paying out $196,000. This is another coin that was not around at this time. And these coins are actually becoming the majority of the revenue for miners, which is good. Now, could there be another coin? We have Ironfish that is supposed to drop April 20th. So in 20 days from now, we have Ironfish that's coming on the mainnet. So that's another coin. And on top of that, these coins don't all have to explode. All we really need is for all of these other GPU mineable coins to equal close to the previous Ethereum value. That way hash rate can distribute across more coins. And in theory, profitability will pick up. We're still nowhere near those numbers because a lot of people are shut off. They don't want to turn on. They don't want to believe the turn on or whatever. But regardless, we still have Nexa here. So now Conflux has been seeing some nice pumps. It's doing about 140,000 per 24 hours. We got Ravencoin at 92. Ergo, I think I have to drop this block rewards. It has had a halving schedule since then, so I don't think it's updated. It's doing a bit less than the 46,000. We got ETHPOW at 44. Dynix is at 40. Flux is at 27,000. Alephium's at 21. Bitcoin Gold, I don't think I updated that one. I don't even know what it's at. We got Radiant here at 12,700. And, the list goes on. We got a bunch of coins here. But here's the kicker. Here's where we still are. With all of these added up, the total amount being paid per 24 hours right now is about $1.8 million. And just the day before the merge, Ethereum was at about $1,635. That was paying $21.9 million per 24 hours. Ethereum all by itself is what it was paying to miners. And you can see we are still 91% below what Ethereum alone was paying. So you can see we're nowhere near those type of levels. The reasons we are profitable in theory right now, yes, it's the pumps and bringing this up, not much hash rate, but it's just due to the fact that a lot of hardware is just not turned on. Now, I do want to go through these coins again. Previous to the merge, I did kind of put each network in order based on how many 3080s was online. Now, we don't know how many of what was online. I just based on the total network hash rate. I looked at the hash rate of a 3080 and I divided it by that to see, this amount of network hash rate is this amount of thing. And there's like millions of 3080s on Ethereum. Now, right now we have stuff like Flux only has like 30,000 3080s on it. We only have like Ravencoin has like 200 and some thousand, Ergo's at 100 and some thousand, and so on. So like the numbers of hardware and GPUs that actually are shut off or got sold or whatever are not there. So who knows what's happened? We don't know if people just gave up and they ran over it, burnt their farms on fire. We have no idea if they're gone, sold off, or they're just waiting to turn on. Because if everything turned back on right now, we wouldn't have profit. But we are profitable, which means we could be in that higher yield stage, especially for coins like Caspa and stuff. We're very early right now. But moving on, we still don't know. We have a lot of uncertainty of moving on because we're still nowhere near what proof of work on GPUs was previously paying. But anyway, but we are there. We are profitable right now. And again, depending on your power price, obviously people in Europe are going to have a lot harder time to find profit than, someone with 2 cent power or 10 cent power, 11 cent power. And speaking of power, I got my power bill today. I checked it online. And let's run through this. Look at this. So here's how my power bill works. Here I am. Here's my last month, whatever. But here we are. So here I am locked in at 6.69 cents. And on the news, the government, everywhere, all the time, they're like, you want cheaper power? Get your power price locked in. Get a reduction rate. Don't go on variable, yada, yada, yada. I'm locked in for 5 years. I locked in last year, so I have about 4 years left at this price. But it's at 6.69 cents per kilowatt hour. 6.69 cents. You're like, oh, awesome. But it's the third-party fees that are absolutely mobsters. They're horrible. And I call them all the time, and there's absolutely nothing they will do. I got fed up kind of at one point. I said, all right, so the only thing in order to drop my power price is I got to move to BC or somewhere. That's what I told him. And then he kind of didn't say anything at that point, and I hung up. But that's kind of where I got to at that point. But look at the third-party fee. So everything added together based on my kilowatt hours, it does work out to be about 15.5 cents, which is still about 11 cent USD, which, you know, it isn't a crazy high in the amounts of power. It's just that the fact is that all the charges are coming from the third parties, which you cannot change at all. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. And the whole reasoning behind this, you got the distribution charge, the transmission charge, or A1, whatever all these other stupid charges are, they equal up to $542, where my power bill from the power company was only $457. It's over what my power bill is. It's the third parties that are robbing us blind here, and it's absolutely horrible. Rabid, you're at 14 cents. So you're at least 1 cent cheaper. No, 1 cent makes a difference. It's a huge difference. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so I'm hoping Alberta maybe turns on their incentive program again. I remember the NDP were in Parliament here in Alberta the last election, or maybe it was the one, I don't even remember, but they had a huge solar rebate program going on. Then the UCP came in and they removed it and got rid of it. So now I'm like, you know what? I almost want NDP to win again in Alberta because I want them to bring that back. And then you add up the Alberta incentive with the federal incentive, you can get a massive discount on solar, and then maybe it's worth it. Now think about it. If I'm running like $1,000, how much would a solar farm cost? Like I was working out some prices. I could probably get around a 65 kilowatt solar farm just from, you know, talking to some various companies for like $600 a month. That's a massive amount of power with batteries and everything too. So that's huge. 65 kilowatts, like 65,000 watts. Now that's only really like with batteries and everything, I'm only going to be able to run like maybe 30,000 or 28 or something, because you need all that extra to charge the batteries. And then you're burning the batteries at night. It's going to be crazy. But I'm just wondering, like $1,000 bill, how much solar power could I get off $1,000 a month bill over an X amount of time? And then on top of that, you just get a massive solar farm. I don't know. I got a whole bunch of things I'm trying to think of right now, but this is my power bill, and I'm just looking at other ways to do things. I thought you had a lot cheaper panel. What happened to your 8 cents or something? Or that, I know that was probably USD conversion or something, but yeah, anyway, it's crazy. California, yeah, that's very high. And that's 41 cent USD, which I couldn't even imagine. What's 41 cent USD in Canadian? That's like, I'm going to have a look at that. Oh, let's see here. 41 cents USD to CAD. No, I don't want that. Okay, I'm going to go 0.41. 0.41 to Canadian. 55 cent power. That's 55 cents in Canada, 41 cent USD. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I couldn't do it. I definitely would be shut off. Now, I do got my GPUs back on, and I'm currently trying to solo mine. Yeah, I know. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. Anyway, let's go to this. I'm on Viper Pool. I'm on Nexa. I'm solo mining. Why didn't it go to Viper? Because I spelt it wrong, of course. That's why. Okay, so viper.net. Let's go to the mining address. Let's look at, did I hit a block yet? I just turned it on like 2 days ago. So obviously it's telling my estimated time to hit a block is about 3 weeks. Now the hash rate's picking up. It was 2 weeks, 2 days. Did I hit a block? 0 blocks. Darn. Now last time I went on the pool, I found a block in like 1 hour. Well, that was like last month sometime, but I wasn't solo. I was mining to the pool. Difficulty's different regardless. Don't matter. But I was working it out, and in theory, it's saying 3 weeks. Now, if I can find one block, that will cover more than enough of all the power. I'll be slightly profitable if I find one block in a month at the current price. Now, the price could obviously dip. That's the one thing. If you see a crypto start to pump and then you start mining, I've been burned a couple times in the past where, you know, crypto pumps, you start mining it or something, and then all of a sudden by the time the power bill comes, which also works into another thing, I usually find by the first of every month, it seems like crypto prices dip. So maybe that's something to work into our buy and sell strategy. I don't know. But usually the past couple of months, crypto dipped right when my power bill came in. So then it wasn't actually profitable at the time to mine it throughout the month based on that day. Yes, you can wait and hopefully it goes back up, vice versa, yada, yada. Anyway, current price and everything. If I hit a block, 1 block in a month will cover my power for the GPUs and then be a little bit profitable. Now, 2 blocks will be obviously in the profit. So I'm just going to go solo. It's estimating 3 weeks. I might not hit a block at all, or I might hit 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. We don't know. Crazy luck based. I also have my own Nexa node that's currently syncing. So I'm thinking about just solo mining to my own node as well to see how that works out instead of doing it to a pool. And okay, yeah, never mind. I have a worker offline, but that's because I'm streaming right now. I was like, what's going on? Why is this guy here? But that's why. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try to solo mine myself some Nexa. Coming into here, it looks like Radiant, 4090s are absolutely insane. The 4000 series GPUs, currently the most profitable GPUs you can own. They're expensive though. I wouldn't recommend going out and buying them all. Next bull run, we're going to have, you know, the 5000 series, potentially even the 6000 by the all-time highs hit. So, you know, we have better hardware that still has yet to hit the market by the time mining really starts exploding. But then again, you know, technically that's the worst time to mine because we know the yields are so far down. So take it any way you want. Let's look at a 3070. That's probably the most common GPU that most people are rocking right now. 3060 Ti's, 3070s, just due to the price ranges and everything. But here we have Dynix again. You know, it's back in the lead. Nexa was ahead of it for a while. Dynix, we have no idea what's going on with Dynix right now. They're saying they're doing proof of useful work. Should you invest in it? That's totally up to you. I would probably go with no. I would mine it because it is paying your hardware the most amount. Now you just saw I was on Nexa, not this. I'm gambling with Nexa more in this case. You know, maybe it's going to see another pump, maybe it'll dump. We have no idea, but we have a couple coins here that are profitable. Dynix being the top coin yet again, but I don't hold the coin. I usually mine it and then I sell it because I have no idea what's going on with the network, you know? So who knows? Like, I want to get my hardware the most amount of money that they can make for running. And technically that would be Dynix right now. But regardless, I'm still going to go with my solo mining Nexa technique this month and see what happens. Caspa, but look, we have 39-cent profit on Caspa here, 11-cent kilowatt hour. Radiant's at 30-cent power. Profit on a 3070. We got 43 cents on Nexa and $1. What the heck? Is it really at $1 on a 3070? I don't know. What is the hash rate on that? Have you guys tried the new miner? I have not tried the new miner yet, so maybe that has something to do with all this. Is it that much better than what it used to be? Where's mining pool stats? What's Dynix looking like in terms of hash rate? Last time I looked, it was through the 68 mega hash. Oh my gosh. I remember when this was like 6 mega hash. Or even less than that. Wow, 68 mega hash on the network. 94 actually just through the pools. That is crazy. That's insane. That's a lot of hash rate. Rock and Dynix right now. So is that miner like that much better? Like, do you guys still need a CPU? I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but if Dynix does proof of use of work, where's the marketplace to buy compute resources? I have no idea. That's what I said. I have no idea. They say all these things. I watched their AMA stream the other day. It just seemed like it was voice changing, and I don't know. It seemed weird. But yeah, who knows? You know, who knows what they're doing, what's going on. End of the day, it is paying you the most for your equipment. Doesn't mean you have to hold the damn coin. Sell the coin and swap it to a different coin. Swap it to Casper or something. Like, did I say Casper? Did I say Caspa? I don't know. I always say Casper sometimes. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I do. I just mine it, swap it. I'm not holding it, but you never know. What do we got? Slim pickings mining CPUs for the win. Yeah, CPUs are awesome. Looking not too shabby. Now, Dero Network. Oh my gosh, is it exploding? There's like a massive botnet smashing out the net. Where are we at right now? Okay, so we're down. Like 451 megahash on the network used to be like, wow, it spiked like crazy. But we have seen over 600 and some megahash on the network the past little while. Right now, it looks like we're at 451. You know, if it's at 200, you're making mad bank, but you know, we're at 400, 415. It's not looking too hot. There's also a GPU miner in the works for Dero currently. Now, I do got some numbers. I got to put something together to get those numbers together. We can kind of look at some things right now, I guess. So there's this one You guys kind of see that? So here's a 3070. Looks like about 10 kilohash, 84, 85 watts in the software. It's estimating based on the calculator in the software, 0.050 per day. My spreadsheet and stuff, that seems to be a little bit off to what it's doing, but again, we don't know. Now, right now, the beta testing it's kind of closed source. Not too many people are in it right now, and you're only mining to the guy's node. So I have no idea how many blocks this thing is finding or anything that's really going on. The only thing we can really test right now is power, and I haven't done it myself yet. I do plan on plugging it in, checking it out, seeing how much power draw and stuff is actually coming at the wall and everything, and then the hash rate. But I cannot declare how well this miner is or isn't because I do not know how many blocks it's going to find. If we look back, like I like to look back at the original Duro miner and Duro Plus when it released. So the original Duro miner was like 6 kilohash or something on a 3900X, and at about 100 watts or something, 95, 100 watts. And then Duro Plus came out about the same amount of power, but it was saying about 10 kilohash or so. So an extra 4 kilohash. But when I actually did a head-to-head test on my nodes, the original Duro miner at 6 kilohash was finding like 22 to 24 blocks per 24 hours. The network hash rate was only like 16 megahash, 20 megahash or something back then, remember? Not where it is now, but it was finding like 22 to 24 blocks per 24 hours. And the Duro Plus miner, which had 10 kilohash, 4 extra kilohash, only found like 4 to 6. It was not finding any blocks. It was just there with a 10% dev fee, not doing anything. Like it was a waste of time miner trying to steal everyone's dev rewards or something. I don't know. So until we can actually test this miner on our own nodes, I have no idea how well it actually performs. It could just be a fake another hash rate number for all we know and not really performing the way it should. Now, the bad thing here is a lot of miners, all they care about is looking at hash rate, and then they jump on something thinking, yes, you know, it's fogging your mind. You just think it's good when it's really not. So these are things we got to keep in the back of our mind. So right now it's early testing. All we can see is hash rate numbers. We can only mine to the guy's node itself. So we have no idea how many blocks it's finding, what's going on, but hopefully he allows the ability. He says he's going to eventually, but right now it's not available. So we can't really test to see how well this GPU miner performs or not. All we got is what the software is telling us. And, you know, I can't run with those type of numbers. So we'll see what happens. What do we got here? Red Panda Mining, are you mining DNX? What are you about? DNX devs are front-running laundering funds to exchanges in order to mine their own coin with CPUs with the CPU miner and paying themselves as income. That could very well be true. There's been a lot of rumors early on about that. And when I very first tried Dynex, and I tried it, I saw it said Crypto Night on it. And then it says whatever, Crypto Night something or whatever. Maybe it just said Crypto Night within the HiveOS dashboard. And Crypto Night is a full-on CPU algorithm. Now there's Crypto Night GPU and stuff like that, which Rio uses. But Crypto Night itself is a full-on CPU algorithm which destroys GPUs. Now, I saw that and right away I got suspicious, and I sent it out, the Dynex miner, to some other devs that's been optimizing CPUs, like Delgon that does the Raptorium miner, the CPU miner GR, and stuff like that. And he says it's a very interesting algorithm. Things are a little weird. It's not fully kryptonite. Some things are a little bit changed differently, but it's interesting. Now, I never got a follow-up with that, but I'm looking into someone to actually look into it, because right now it does seem sketchy. It almost seems like a CPU should be way outperforming it, but they say it's some super closed software, and the only miners that you can mine on it right now are closed. The Dynex Solve is a closed miner. SRB miner is a closed source miner. And that new one they released, I can't remember what it's called, something one, change the name. I imagine that's a closed source miner too. So all these miners are closed source. So what the devs and stuff are actually doing, yes, there's a ton of red flags. End of the day, though, it still comes down to it's paying you the most. So should you mine it? Should you mine it? If you have standards and principles, maybe you don't want to mine it. If you're looking for straight profit, maybe you will mine it. But again, don't hold the coin, just swap it to something else and you'll be making the most. So it all comes down to your own principles. Personally, I don't have principles. If something's making me the most amount of money, I don't care, I'll mine it. and I just won't hold it. I'll swap it to something. I'll swap it into Bitcoin. I'll swap it into Dero. I'll swap it into XMR, Flux, Caspa, something else. But it is paying my GPUs, the most amount. So that's one way to look at things too. That's how I look at things. But, we all look at different ways of mining things. Next is another project that comes to mind that is doing. Is Nexa doing that too? I have no idea. 5,000 confirmations is very weird. For sure. Now, I don't even know the whole background story. You guys know the background story on Nexa? Like, what's going on there? Like, 5,000 confirmations. It sounds like that's like their anti-51% attack theory where, they have 5,000 confirmations to ultimately revert something if something happens. I don't know. Like, that's why it sounded very early on. I haven't really been following on to it. But anyway, but yeah. So what do you guys feel what do you feel the biggest project is moving forward into the next bull run? I know Flux is a massive project. That's probably one of the main go-tos for a lot of people, I imagine. It just sucks it's not really that profitable to mine right now, depending on your power price, different situations. But for me, it's not. But I feel it's going to be a major player running into 2025 because it is doing something different. Caspa, I'm sure a lot of you guys are eyeballing Caspa. That's another project I feel is probably going to be a huge front runner in massive price discovery. So I feel those are my two big ones. Pink Chain, yeah, Jock McMiner UK. Pink Chain, that definitely might have a chance to do absolutely nothing for sure. Absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Pink Chain. Pink Chain always comes up. What's the other one? Pigeon Coin. Pink Chain, Pigeon Coin. Those are the one coins that, I think those names will live on forever. Like they will never die. Someone's going to pick up Pink Chain and somehow run with it. And I don't know. Something stupid's going to happen. Look at Dogecoin. I'm just joking, guys. Dogecoin is actually, it's profitable right now. Script miners, guys. That's what makes all your money on your script miners. It's not Litecoin. It's Dogecoin. But look what happened to it. It started from absolutely nothing. A joke. And it's massive. It's crazy. Pigeon Coin forever. Nice, nice. Hey, so let's have a look. Are there any new coins out lately? Like I have not looked at all. Let's take a look. Bam, new coins. What do we got going on here? Anything that's gonna hack us? What is this? Coin Taft. Okay, we got a Ghost Rider coin under a mega hash. That's about 1 mega hash on the network. It's a Ghost Rider, huh? Coin Taft. Interesting. What is this? Douchey Mark. Douchey Mark? Douchey E Mark? SHA 256. So, your SHA 256 ASICs, your USB miners. Maybe you can rack up some cash on one of these. Volks. What? Volks hash. Yes Power. Which Yes Power? Okay. I always get these Yes Power algorithms mixed up. There's Yes Power. There's Yes Power R16 and R14. I don't even know. But there's a whole bunch of them. One of them is good on a CPU and the rest are like GPU. So I don't really know. I always get them mixed up. So I don't know what that is. Tachi coin is still on here. It's 31 days old. That's weird. Paprika coin. We got Flora chains. Oh, Flora chain. What do you guys think of Flora chain? Is that a rug pull waiting to happen or what? Anybody? RabidMining. Merge mining is coming to Verus. It's gonna what? On all Verus. Let's look at Verus coin again. Verus is huge actually. Now, Verus, oh, you know what? Verus isn't, I'm really upset with myself, kind of. Now, Verus coin, technically right now, it's kind of profitable in mine, but not really. There's a lot more profit elsewhere, so maybe I should be swapping into it. Verus coin, I know one of my mods, he's been talking about this coin for a while, and I don't know the full background story. Is this, I'm pretty sure this is the one that was actually, it's a old Microsoft dev or an old someone from Microsoft actually is the guy for this, and supposedly this coin has huge potential to really see some type of explosions. I don't have very much Verus coin, so like again, I don't know the full story, but there's a lot of talk that this thing could explode. I don't know why, but there is. But anyway, merge mining. Are we talking about this? Is multi-algo? Is there GPUs on this as well as CPUs, I believe. But how are they going to merge mine? What are they merge mining with? What's going on? Retro Mike, we need some information on this. I've been mining Verus nonstop since 2019. Retro Mike, nice. So you probably got a nice little stash there. No, Verus is probably definitely one to watch, and I always forget about it until people bring it up. But it's something I probably shouldn't forget about. Beerus coin, few exchanges, if I recall. Maybe not. I've been mining Beerus. Okay, what are they going to merge mine with it, though? Like, how's the merge mining going to work? I'm going to have to look into this, because merge mining, if you're unfamiliar with merge mining, it's ultimately the best way to mine. Like, that's what Litecoin and Dogecoin does. It's not like dual mining. You know, you take a GPU, you're mining whatever plus Caspa, whatever plus Caspa plus ZIL, and so on. You know, well, ZIL rounds are totally more like mining a dev fee type of thing. But, you know, your merge mining is you're mining the same algorithm at the exact same time. No extra power costs or nothing. You're no hash rate losses happening across the board. It's legitly mining both chains at the same time, securing two networks with one machine, or, you know, one machine that mines that algorithm. So you're getting twice the rewards from each chain for keeping the security. So merge mining is a huge deal. And I feel if someone could figure this out on CPUs, GPUs, and so on, that's going to bring a huge amount of profitability back into, I think, miners' pockets. And it's going to help more coins be able to keep up the security as well. But obviously, everyone's trying to do their own thing and whatever, and everyone says they're better than the other guy, yada, 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 and so on. Don't matter. But merge mining is a big deal, I feel, especially for miners. But I don't know what they're going to be merge mining with, or how it's new coin. CPU mod VHH is new coin. Beerus is integrating their own decks. Oh, they're getting their own decks. Okay, this could be I'll DM the details on Discord later. Sounds good. Yeah, DM me that, because that's something we're gonna have to check out. That might be that's another coin that we've got to add to our list that I always forget about. Beerus is in K. We went to that 10. It's a game changer. So Retro Mike saying it's a game changer. This is a big deal. This is a big deal, guys, and definitely gonna have to keep our eyes out for this for sure. But yeah, there are GPUs on that. I gotta go through all the hash rates and check it out. But like example, a 3900X, I believe, is around 32 mega hash or something on Beerus. I think that's Beerus coin. Chanko and CC, last I did with Beerus was hybrid mining, proof of work plus POS. Wasn't aware of merge mining. Yeah, merge mining, it's coming. It's not here yet by the sounds of things. So yeah, we'll definitely try to get some details on this and figure out what's going on, because this is another thing we got to check out. Jockwick Miner UK, hey RabidMining, are you gonna do that vid on mining Ironfish to your own node, please? Yes, I got so many things on the go, and then, you know, we got this Dero GPU miner I've been looking into kind of to see, figure what the heck's going on there, all sorts of things. But yeah, I will get that going, show you guys how to get your, I guess, your node into pool mode, which is, you know, a fairly simple process. But yeah, we'll figure that out, because mainnet is coming. A lot of you guys want the node. You know what? Let's actually look at the Ironfish. Do I have it? Yeah, I think I do. Let's take a look at the tokenomics. Now, this is interesting. Tokenomics. Let's take a look. If you guys are unfamiliar with this, I wanted to do something on this earlier, but I still never got around to it. But the tokenomics of Ironfish. Let's just have a look at Ironfish. And again, if you guys are unfamiliar, it's currently in testnet. You're not going to get any airdrops or nothing, blah, blah, and so on for testing. Just wait for mainnet, but use this time right now if you really want to get your wallets in order, maybe learn how to run your node and stuff. You still have time to do that. About 20 days, 19 days actually, because today's the first. So Ironfish is a layer 1 chain based on proof of work. Every single Ironfish transaction is encrypted, hiding sensitive user information on who the sender, recipient, or the amount of transaction that was accompanying zero knowledge proof. So ZKP. Now this is where I kind of get confused right off the get-go. So ZKP, it's a zero knowledge proof. It's a type of, I guess, transaction. It's not really an algorithm. But if you look back at some of the miners that Apollo is trying to release now, they're saying they're ZKP miners. So I don't know what's going on there with Apollo and ZKP miners. If it's like, maybe I'm wrong. What is ZKP? Can someone fill me in the live chat? Maybe Retro Mike. Is this just a way to send transactions, or is this turned into an algorithm? Because as far as I'm aware right now, Ironfish is on Blake 3, which is the same as a Lithium. And I don't think a Lithium uses ZKP. If they do, maybe something's going on, and, you know, everything's going to change here in the future for other types of mining hardware. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, moving on. Every Ironfish wallet has a private key, public key, and a viewing key. The creator of the wallet has the ability to share out this view key and reveal their transactional history. So you have a choice if you want people to see your transaction or not, which is, you know, pretty cool actually. This is a privacy coin, so you don't want to. I know there's a big misconception going on, especially for the early airdrops and USA members for the early phase 1, 2, and 3 beta testers, that you have to do KYC, and it's supposed to be a privacy token. What's going on? But then we have all this regulation happening in the USA. Seems like the only way you can really do airdrops at this point, according to them, is through a KYC process in the States. So again, I don't know. That's all over with. You don't have to worry about any KYC at this point. Moving on with Ironfish. So our mission for this privacy layer for all crypto, letting assets from chains to be transferred over to Ironfish to gain beneficiary of privacy. Ironfish community spans countries, languages, and backgrounds, including miners, engineers, and privacy advocates. Okay, we went through all the testnets. So let's just look at the kind of the token distribution and distribution data here. And this is the interesting one. Look at the Genesis block. So if you're unfamiliar with the Genesis block, you're new to crypto mining. Genesis block is kind of like, I guess in theory, coming from the Bible, Genesis, book 1, when the earth and, everything was created. So that's the first block of mainnet. And the very first block, the Genesis block, is worth 42 million tokens. 42 million. Block 1 is worth 42. Now, I actually sent a message over to Hero Miners. You know what? We can bring it up right now. Where is it? Where is Hero Miners? Oh, I can't find it. Where is it? Is it this one? So I asked them, what do we got? True, that sucks. Curious. Go to mainnet. You guys release it. Flipping switch time and Genesis block. The Ironfish team will most likely dig up the first blocks. They will test it. Then they will open it to mainnet users. So it sounds like I asked them, I want to go to a pool. Obviously, I'm not going to have my node up ready to solo mine off the get-go. So I'm looking for a pool, have ready. And if the pools are able to be online for mainnet, almost likely, the largest pool or something is going to find this block, and that's going to be worth a huge amount. But it sounds like they're probably going to just mine it themselves, which seems like a 42 million coin pre-mine at this point. And then they'll release the software for the pools and the nodes and everyone to finally update. I'm just like, okay, well, that sucks, because, you'll think it'd be pretty awesome to be part of the very first Genesis block and reap the rewards of 42 million tokens. But I don't know. I'm still waiting. I did ask this question in the Ironfish Discord, and they kind of went around the question, saying, when the mainnet software is ready, this is how you'll update and yada. I said, I don't care. I know how to update it and everything. I want to know, will we have a chance to hit the Genesis block? And no one answered me. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, emissions curve. The emissions curve describes how the total supply changes over time due to the... Okay, we know how that works. Yada, yada, yada. So let's just look. So here's... the Genesis block is right here. 42 million is in this Genesis block. Just can we move a little closer? There we go. And then the first year here, so block 2 upwards of the first year here, the block rewards will be 20 at 60-second block times for a total of 52.5 million. So this first block is almost as worth as the entire first year of mining it. Now the second year, what's going on here? Why does it look like, oh, this is total, okay, this is total supply online. So actually, no, that's not that many. That's not that much at all. I'm already reading this wrong. So we're going to have to subtract this. So in the first year, the amount of coins that'll be mined is, so we're going to have to go 52, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, subtract the 42 million. That's 10 million, 10.5 million coins the first year will be mined. Oh, and then here we have, I guess, another 10 million and then about another 10 million. So the first year, this first block is worth 42 million coins, which is more. Now we're only getting 10. It's going to take 3, 4, 4 years for miners altogether to equal the same amount of coins as that first Genesis block. That's huge. That is a huge amount of massive pre-mine that's happening if only the devs themselves have a chance at this. So again, I don't know what's going on. Now here they're kind of trying to display how this whole scenario is working out. So the foundation is going to get 18% of the Ironfish Genesis block. So this makes it, where's the miners? The testnet airdrop is 2.3% of that. And I believe they said somewhere where the testnet is, and testnet is only getting like 900,000 coins. Is this it? Ironfish testnet airdrop 2.25%. So the testnet airdrop, which is the first 3 phases of testing, So everyone's been mining for the past however long. It's 945,000 coins is what's going to be airdropped to all those testnet people originally. But it looks like mining rewards as time goes on, it'll be mostly to the miners. But we just saw at that point, it doesn't really matter as time goes on because that first block is already worth pretty much the same amount as 4 consecutive years if you had 100% hash rate. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, we have no idea what the price is going to be, how it's going to work out, and if it's going to be profitable. But I think if it is at least profitable, depending on your power price, that will give another swing of hash rate and GPUs to move to another network, just to kind of spread more hash rate around to leave an overall profitability kind of open throughout more coins and getting closer to that 21 million that Ethereum was dropping. But again, we don't know. But yeah, Ironfish is coming. I don't know if you guys been following it. You guys curious about it? Looks like some of you guys are already talking bad about it. Kyle Rose says dead fish, rusty ironfish, stink bait. So you know what? Might be good, might not be good, no idea. But that first block, it's still, I got to figure out what's going on with that first block. Are we going to have the chance to hit it? Imagine being the solo mining that hits. Now, I don't know. They're probably doing the airdrop and everything. I imagine that's going to be 100% mined by the dev team themselves. I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know what did it say? Do they have the total supply in here? Let's find out. I don't know if they have the absolute total supply. Terminal supply. Genesis block featured down. Like, is it mined out? No, I don't know what this. Here's another thing that's kind of interesting. Look at this. Feature endowment. This additional supply of tokens for the Ironfish Foundation, okay, they're talking about themselves again, will ensure continued foundation operations subject to a 12-month lockup and 12-month unlock period. So you got to lock it up for 12 months, and you got 12 months to unlock. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah. Is there a total supply here? What is this? For every insider, investor, advisor, employee, there is a 1-year lockup period, meaning that no tokens can be traded or transferred by an insider for 12 months after mainnet event. So they're kind of lining up here. So this is coming April 12th. They're lining up here for a potential early bull market rug pull. Like, I don't know. Like, is that the nicest way to say it? So everyone that's inside it, so that Genesis block, all these coins, they're all locked up for 1 year. In 1 year, that's April of 20. So we're looking at 2024. Sometime towards the middle to end of 2024 is probably where we're going to start seeing the increased prices leading into the bull run. And the bull run will hit the all-time highs in 2025. That's the 4-year cycle. But the price gains will start around mid, about 3-4 months after the Bitcoin halving, which will be the mid to the end. If it still happens around March or May, the Bitcoin halving, we'll have about June, July-ish, maybe September or something, August, whatever, somewhere in that range of the late second quarter, early third quarter of the prices start going up, moving into that bull run and the peaks in 2025. So this is kind of lining up here though, just prior to that, where their coins are all getting unlocked so they can start selling or dumping or rug pulling or whatever they want. For every insider, investor, or employee, vested tokens will become eligible for transfer monthly over a 24-month period. So that's 2 years. This is straight up 2025 all-time high time, including the mandatory 12-month lockup period. I don't know. I'm glad. Are any of you guys an insider on here? Because you just got to sit there and watch your coins for 2 years. For every employee, there is a 4-year vesting, 1-year cliff on top of the lockup schedule. So there's the 1-year cliff, which is the 1-year mark where they're going to rug pull. They're calling it a cliff. So they're foreshadowing what they already want to do right here in their tokenomics. It's going to rug pull in about 1 year. I'm just making this stuff up right now, guys. Don't take this as legit, but I don't know. This just seems very interesting that this is right when prices start to look like they're probably going to climb is when all the devs coins are pretty much unlocked and ready to sell. As for total supply, the emissions curve with a cap, here's the cap. Total supply is 256 million coins. So it looks like, I guess almost 257 million. So 256.9 million coins will be the total supply. So almost 25%, not quite, but so what is that? maybe 22% or something is all within this Genesis block. Crazy to think about. That's rough calculation. I don't know if it's actually 22, 20, but you know, it's a pretty large chunk of the entire total supply is in that freaking Genesis block. That's crazy to think about. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Can Caspa hit $1? Probably. Look at Flux. And I didn't even know Flux had that good of a run until Panda showed me the chart. So I believe in 2021, Flux was around 2 cents and it went over $3. And that was like, what, a 47,000% increase or something? I can't remember how it worked out, but something like that. So yeah, could Flux hit $1? Probably. Oh, that's another thing. Let's look at that. What if Flux hit $1? Hopefully, you know, it's done it lots in the past. I mean, Caspa hitting $1. Let's take a look at this. Imagine Caspa at $1 though. Let's just look at this. Look how much Caspa will be paying miners at $1. Bam. New Ethereum right there. $21.3 million Caspa at $1. That is legit Ethereum mining right there. Ethereum was 21.9 million. Caspa was at 21.3. But the only thing we got to kind of calculate here is the Caspa emissions by this time. So where's my sheet? Where's my right one? This one? Yeah. So you can see Caspa here at $1 is 21.3 million. That's at the emission schedule right now. So we'd actually, anyone have a link? Any mods out there? Do you have a link to, Caspa would need a market cap of XRP to reach $1. So are you saying you don't think it's going to happen? This is crypto. Who cares about market caps? Things are going to explode. You know, that's the way I look at it. You know, I say ignore it. That's another thing we got to look at. You know, yes, the market cap reveals how much money is coming into the market and how much money is there based on how much money is in the world. And, you know, you'd have to take X amount of money out of this to go into that, blah, blah, yada, yada, so on. Meanwhile, the Feds just keep printing money. So anyway, we do have market caps. They can say some things, but, you know, we could blow some XRP. It's proof of stake. Who cares? Let's not talk XRP. Hopefully it just dies here soon because that's XRP. Anyway, but we're talking about proof of work coins here. And the supply keeps printing. So we have to go to the network commission, blah, 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 network commissions. We got to figure out the Caspa emissions. Now I don't know if I got it's in my, I'm going through my favorites here to see if I can find the Caspa emission schedule here so we can have an idea of what the coins per day is. And by like 2025 or something. Oh man, I don't have it. Caspa emissions. Anyone have it? Anyone link it? You have 800K, 808,000 per year is what Caspa will be in 2025. I guess in theory we could just do 2 halvings. I'll just do that. I'll just go 2 halvings schedule. So every year Caspa halves. So I'm just gonna take this number, have it, and I'll just have it again. In theory, that'll be 2 years from now. So 2133 5, gotta make sure I get this right. So 213,35616. So 21 million. Yeah. So I'm gonna divide that by 2. That's 10 million. Divide that by 2. So according to this, based on this, that's about 5.3 million coins. I don't know if that's correct or not. So let's just go 5. 1, 2, 3, 904. So that's 5 million. If we have a double halving schedule from today, so in 1 year's time, the rewards will be halved from right now. And in 2 years' time, will be halved from then. So in theory, Caspa at $1 would only be paying minus $5.3 million in 2025 per day at $1 Caspa. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, can I undo all this? Let's see. Undo. Yes, put that number back there. I like the 20. This looks a lot better. The 21.3 million. Let's hope it stays at that. So we don't know. I don't know for sure. We'll have to see what happens. Easy math. All right. So we got Caspa. Okay, we went to the market cap. Why are you not streaming in full HD? I don't have amazing bandwidth. I only got like 10 megabytes up. So that's the reason why I can't run my own, I guess, Flux nodes and things like that. I can't run these things from home because my internet sucks. So yeah, I only have 10 meg up, 50 down, And it's like, I don't even know how much. Too expensive even for that. So yeah, I can't stream upwards and higher than 720. I can get away with 1080, I think, but I don't want to cause any issues for other people as well. So I just keep it at 720. Apologize for that. Maybe I'll try 1080 tomorrow and we'll see what happens, but we'll see. And the supply keeps printing 808K. Currently, Caspa has 17.652 billion. Every month, Caspa having 4%. Yeah, so yeah, how the Caspa having works is it does drop. Again, I don't know how much. You say 4%. I know there's a couple months in a row it's like 13, then it drops like 11.5, then 10. But every month, the reward on Caspa does drop. And it works out to be a full 1 year cycle is a halving. So in theory, it halves every single year, but it's done so by little increments throughout every single month. So there's 12 block reward reductions per year, which works out to be a full halving every 1 year. So that's how the emissions does work on Caspa. Sorry guys, hard to get fiber to our igloos. Yeah, it is hard to get fiber into our igloos. And then, then they melt because of the heat. And oh, yeah. But the mining rigs keep it nice and cool or warm. And then the igloo keeps the rigs cool. What do we got? Did I miss anything? Any ads in here? Let's scrolling up here. I need to go back and get info 100% though. Dead fish. Scroll way up here. Was there a bunch of ads that I missed? A good mine. Oh yeah. Red Pots wants me to say it. Uranus miner, way back when we were still talking about Dura, I'm assuming. I heard wind power is better than solar since it can run 24 hours if you have good wind current. That's a very good point there, anonymous miner. But it's not really that windy where I am. Southern Alberta, it's windy all the time, but where I am, it's not very windy too often. Panda back here is saying his other basement is 11 cents Canadian. Yes, because farm rate. Interesting. So Panda's about the same power as me, slightly less. But Panda's also rich, so that's different. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he's still here or not. How is Uranus Miner doing? Pretty good. Actually, I'm not using it anymore. I'm using Astro Miner. Let me just check. Do I have my Hive OS up here? Hive OS, where are you? Engage. Yeah, so yeah, I'm rocking the good old Astro Miner now. You can kind of see here rigs 1 through 27. But that's that. Let's go back here. What's going on with the news? I was going to run through a news thing here, but I can't remember which one it was. I don't think any of them actually were worthwhile. Let me see. March Bitcoin mining stats shows climbing revenue and hash rate highs. That's good. Biggest movers, Doge hits 9. Oh, did you guys hear about that one thing? Oh, what is it? It popped up on my phone a couple days ago. What is that? What is it? Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. I can't remember what they called it. A something Bitcoin is about to enter Ethereum. Like, so many people try to copy Bitcoin. It's not even funny. Now they're trying to throw a Bitcoin on the Ethereum chain. What is it going to be, like a stable coin based on Bitcoiners? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Did you guys hear about that? Something. Do you pay for rigs that are offline in Hive? No, you only pay for rigs that are online in Hive. Oh, there's Panda. I heard that I'm not rich in hardware, baby. Oh, Panda's still around, kicking in the background. He's probably building something, putting some rigs together, plugging something in. Huh? Oh, that's hilarious. Hard fork crypto. Do you pay for it? Okay, we just went through that. No, you don't. And if you're unfamiliar with Hive OS fees, and the reason I get this asked a lot, why don't I, here, let's just go into this. Oh, I disappeared it. Let's go into Hive OS here. I get asked all the time, like, why don't I put a GPU on with my CPU rigs? Now, I do plan on testing that maybe for Dynex, the proof of useful work thing, yada, 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 whatever. But the reason why I do not put GPUs on my CPU rigs is because GPU rigs are a lot more expensive in Hive OS. That's why you try to stack as many GPUs as you possibly can within a single motherboard so you don't have to pay so many fees. So as soon as I add one single GPU onto one of my CPU rigs, that's it. It's considered a GPU rig. A GPU rig is $3 per month. $3 a month is what you pay for a GPU rig. Now, a CPU rig is 30 cents per month. 30 cents. So 1 cent a day is pretty much what a CPU rig, where as soon as I add just one GPU, it's considered a GPU rig, and now it becomes $3 per rig per month. So I save quite a bit more just rocking my CPUs alone and then stack as many GPUs as I can within GPU rigs to kind of work that out. So that's kind of how the Hive OS pricing plays out for you. But yeah, it's way cheaper just to run a CPU by itself than it is to slap a GPU in there. Is it worth to mine Dero to my own node with just 7.5 kilohash? You can give it a shot, you know, for sure. Like, so allegedly, now your own node mining is supposed to be the way Dero was meant to be mined. There was never supposed to be pools or anything on Dero. But then Hansen and Marcel, they got together and they made the software platform. And then, you know, the community pools emerged, the Rabid pool emerged. They're all part of the same pool software, right? They're just, you know, different kind of entities. Now, the community pools, they still manage my pool and stuff for me. And that's where, you know, the pool fees come in. I wanted lower pool fees, but because they made the software, it had to be on par with the community pools. And then I only get half of the fees and they get the other half because it's their software. So yeah, anyway, that's how that works. But own node mining was the way Dero was always meant to be mined, with decentralization and so on. Now, I haven't done a pool versus node test for a while, but I know back when the network was only like 60 or 60 mega hash, you know, anywhere that 20 to 60 range before it started hitting the 100 and 200 and stuff, mining to your own node was more profitable, but it did start to get a lot closer than the pools once, you know, the fees actually came in. Now, if you're unfamiliar, when you mine to a node with Dero, there's two type of blocks. Now, there's a block found. Now, the blocks are 18 seconds, but they're actually only like a second and a half, 2 seconds apart, because there's 10 blocks within a full block. So within that 18 seconds, 10 blocks are actually being found. So that's what? That's like 1.8 second block times that Dero has. Now, there's 9 mini blocks and 1 integrator block. Now, if you find the integrator block, that goes straight to the node owner, the node address. So that's how that works with nodes and everything. That's why you want to set it up with your own address as your integrator address within when you're mining to your own node and stuff. Now on the pools, you're mining to the node, but they're set up differently. So it's actually taking that main block address, which would have been a 10% dev fee, because 1 of 10 is obviously 10%. Simple math there. By default, mining to someone else's node is a 10% fee, because that main block, if found, goes straight to the node itself. Now the pools are set up where it takes everything and puts it into the pool, and then it pays out based on the percentage. So the integrator block and everything goes out to everybody out there, and the pool's just taking the 4% fee out of it. So it's actually cheaper than mining to someone else's node or something, because they will be in theory defaulted to 10% with that main block. So, but mining to your node, they did get a lot closer in profitability. I do want to do that test again to see how well it is, but last I checked and last I actually did do the test, mining to your own node is, you know, the best way to mine Dero. So yeah, hopefully that kind of clears stuff up. But again, I'm going to test that out again, see, you know, just kind of do a head-to-head there with X amount of rigs and so on. But yeah, anyway, hopefully that cleared that up kind of. I know that was a kind of a long explanation. Anyway, I tried Dero on an i5 13400F, got only 2.5 kilohash. Which miner were you using, Rainer Bombus? Because I did do that test the other day, right? Where is it? Right here. Best Dero miner, where I did put Astro Miner versus Uranus Miner versus Hansen's miner. And Astro Miner is currently looks like the best miner to use. Hansen just released another update. Astro did release another update as well. I'm going to wait for one more update. Just, you know, maybe there's some tweaking that has to go on still. And then I'm going to test them again head to head. But we'll see what happens. They were kind of close, but Astro Miner is the better miner so far. In Uranus, it hasn't been updated for months, so I don't know what happened to the dev there, but you know, it was a great miner up until we have better miners now. Got any idea when iron is ready? Haven't followed, but thinking of buying some when it pops up on an exchange. It's supposed to be April 20th is mainnet, and remember, so it's going to be fast to sync. It's going to be starting from block 1. It should be quick to get your nodes up and running. I don't know. See, that's a big one. You know, you're talking about, I'm not an investor, not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if I'd want to buy right when it opens or not. Because if you look at most coins when they open or first get listed on an exchange or something, they open very high and then they kind of dump, right? Because people are selling coins or whatever, you know, quick miners. I have some coins. Maybe they're testing the exchange, selling coins. I don't know. So maybe you might want to wait a little bit before you buy it. Again, I could be wrong. I could just shoot to the moon right off the get-go. No idea. But not financial advice, and I'm not a crypto trader. Do your own thing. But, you know, you kind of see that coins kind of do a nosedive right when things get listed or something. But we'll see. Never know. But yeah, April 20th is mainnet. I have no idea which exchanges or anything will be listed. Now, who was I talking to? I was talking to a few people. I don't know who's all. There's a lot of big names, allegedly, that's actually part of Ironfish. I know the schedule and everything looks kind of fishy. Ironfish, fishy. No pun. But someone was saying how there are some big entities, and because they're involved with Ironfish, it's why a lot of people are actually pretty bullish on Ironfish. I can't remember the company's name. I don't know who they are. I didn't look into it completely, but I'll try to get the information to you. I'm not trying to get people to jump on the Ironfish train. I have no idea what's going on with it. It looks weird, but we'll see what happens. Rugfish, there you go, Rugfish. But yeah, just like every new coin, guys, let the coin prove itself to us as miners. As an investor, you guys do your own thing. I'm not an investor channel. I'm a mining channel. We're just looking for profit. Is using the K heavy hash algo the best algo to use for solo mine? Now, K heavy hash, that is for Kaspa. Every coin is on different algos. So just Kaspa is a very efficient coin, yes, but is it the best algo for solo mining? Well, there's a lot of hash rate on Kaspa right now, so solo mining might not be too hot. You just got to look into your coin. Now, example, RandomX. There's like 4 or 5 different coins on RandomX. That's for CPUs, not GPUs. It comes down to the hardware you want, the coin you want. You can't just say, I'm going to mine that algorithm and then because it's efficient. You got to realize what coin you want to mine on it and so on. Don't just pick an algorithm and go with it. So look into the coin too. So in that case, that would be Kaspa for that. But yeah, solo mining, a lot of people are solo mining. I'm working on getting my Kaspa node set up. I might try solo mining that as well, but we'll see. What do we got here? If you're not in early on many new projects, it's best to wait. Very true. Very true. Best to wait, see what happens. You got to get very early. And a lot of times now, because there's so many people that are just hungry, you can't really get into some coins early. Like hash rate, just you look on anything on mining pool stats as a new coin, you can see hash rate. Like I remember some of the first early Ghost Rider forks, they'd only have like 100 kilohash, 200 kilohash. So you could get in early and get a crap ton of coins. Now it seems like as soon as a new coin is released, people are just like sharks in the water. Bam, hash rate spikes right off the get-go. It's like it's really hard to get in early now because the way the market is, everyone's just trying to be early on everything and not really paying attention and installing wallets and getting hacked and losing coins, and it's crazy. It's crazy out there. Dynex web wallet under maintenance for a while. Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't checked on mine, but it sounds like everyone's saying it's under maintenance, so there isn't really probably a point on checking out because it's probably not working. But yeah, past couple days, it sounds like Dynex web wallet is MIA right now. Again, that happened a couple months ago, didn't it? Maybe last month, maybe longer. They said they're going to a new server platform, so it'd be down for a bit, and then they did that, so they're on upgraded server now, and now it seems like it's down again. So maybe they're upgrading again. I don't know. I have no idea. Nice hash profit is up. I'm making almost $5 a day now. Nice. Chris RC's in Aquariums. What do you changed your name? I recognize that picture. I can never say the name right, but I know it. What are you mining with? What kind of hardware and stuff is making that $5 a day at the current moment? What do we got here? So we've been here for a little bit now. Does anyone have any last minute questions or something? We can run over a few more things. What else is there to check out? I guess we can look at Osprey. You guys know about Osprey? The E300s? They have an E100 now. So there's an E100. So I did, guys, mention a couple days ago that the prices are going up, and it is April Fool's. And, you know, hopefully it's an April Fool's joke, but it's not, because we received an email a couple days ago that the prices are going to be going up $100, and it looks like they have. But look at the E100 is $1,900, and the E300 is $51. So the E100 is exactly the same as this, except it only has one FPGA in it, and the E300 has 3. Hence E100, E300. I don't know, maybe they're going to release an E200. No idea. So let's just take a look. So if you were to get 3 of these, what would it work out to be? 1939 times 3. So 5817. So it costs you $5,800 of buying 3 of these to one of these. So obviously this is the better deal. Now, do you buy one of these? That's the big question. If you're into Caspa and you really think it's going to pump, you probably want this miner. There's also hints of the road that ASICs may already be being worked on. I don't know if that's true or not, but as we know, it's the evolution of Caspa. It's going to be hit with FPGAs for a while, and then eventually there's supposed to be some ASICs and stuff coming out. Are ASICs coming out yet? No idea, but there are rumors that some may already be there. Some are very early testing. No idea, but right now, FPGAs are, I guess, technically king of Caspa, but I don't know. I don't have one. They do have a Noctua. Where is it? If you click on the E100, what do they got here? Yeah, they got the Noctua 3000 RPM fan here. Yes, they got the 3000 Red Panda mining fans available. You know, those are the industrial ones. The same thing we did our L3 Plus mods and everything on. Those are just those normal industrial Noctua fans. Now, it sounds like there's an issue. So I was asking them about their model. I was supposed to be getting the dev kit model to test out and showcase to all you guys, but they wanted to swap it over to the Noctua version, and it sounds like the plugs don't line up with the power management on the actual Noctua fan. So it's kind of getting revamped right now, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm waiting for an update on the plug swap that they're doing for the Noctua versions of that. So we don't know what happens. If you are looking for those, I do have a code RAB100 will grant you $100 off those things. Our links in the description. But again, it just comes down to, are you bullish on Caspa? Now, they can allegedly, there's supposed to be a bit stream kind of floating around for Ergo. Retro Mike, any updates on that? Retro Mike? They sell the individual hash boards for 1.6K to upgrade. I seen the hash. Yeah, where is it? Oh, did I get rid of it? No. Come back, Osprey. Osprey. So what the heck? I'm failing. Osprey Electronics. There we go. So let's go to the shop here, store. I seen these, but they don't have the chip. These are the hash boards, correct? These ones, the VU33Ps, VU35Ps, heatsink clients. So these are the boards themselves, but you got to get the FPGA chip. How much is an FPGA chip for whatever they're using? Because you got to get the chip separately here, but you can get, so wait a minute, you're saying with the chip and the board, you can get together for $1,600. So $1,600 for an FPGA in theory, right? That times 3. Huh. So that's $4,800. That's kind of cheaper, realistically. You could build. Am I doing that right? Is that correct? Or do you have to have one of these machines first before they allow you to do that? I don't, I've been looking through. I was wondering, could you just build this yourself or something? But I don't know. I got an L3 Plus frame. Maybe you need to cut these slots, so that shouldn't be too rough. But yeah, interesting. But I'm assuming this is the chip here, but you need the chips. But $1,100. Go to the E100 page. All right, let's click on it. E100. Let's go. Wait, when you select stuff, oh, right here, board plus heatsink. Board plus heatsink. What's the difference? One's bigger than the other. $1,696. Both the same price. Oh, that's interesting. $1,696.
Yeah. Every dino on Earth is attacking me.
Uh-oh.
Even a person.
Oh dear. 1696 times 3. Oh, whoa, I put 76. That's pretty high. 1696 times 3 is, so that's $5,088 to get 3 of them. Slightly cheaper. Now I wonder if my code works for that as well. Then it'll be a little bit more cheaper. So yeah, so that must come with the chip and everything. That's interesting to check out for sure. You need one of each heatsink plus the E100. Oh my gosh. Okay, you need one of each, so you got to double that up. So you need this one. So you need 1696, 1696. Is that what you're saying? So you need 1696 times 2. And then you times that by 3. That'd be $10,000. So it's a lot cheaper just to buy the frickin' E300 or something. I don't know. Craziness. No, okay, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, you need one. I don't know. One of each. Oh, whoa. Okay, now wow, we're just going to go through this again. All right, so you need the E100, so you have that. Now you need one of this and one of those to make the E300. Is that what you're saying? One of each. You don't need one of each to make one. So you have the E300 at this price. Okay, wait, let's go to E300. So we're going 1939. 1939. Then we add in one of these, 1696, and then we add in another one for 1696 with the two different sizes. So that works out to be 5331, which is still slightly more expensive. Is that what it mean? Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so yeah, you get this, then you get one of each board, and it still works out though to be I guess $200 more expensive than here, about 150 more. So you're still better off just getting this guy from the get-go. That's pretty much how it works though. Buy the big guy. That's the whole marketing thing. You could get the cheaper one. It's less money, but you're saving some money getting the big guy. Yeah, it's intended to be an upgrade path. That makes sense too. Yeah, you can just slowly build into it instead of coughing out the full 5,000. Just, yeah, well, yeah, it makes sense. A lot of people like that route. You are covering two different kind of price markets. But again, yeah, marketing. Just buy the E300. Make your money. Gordon Murphy, just buy the E300 already, guys. Get it over with. Enough of this. Move on. Crazy. You know what? Let's take a look. Let's actually see what would the current profitability of this thing be right now. Because I did test one remotely. So I have an idea of its hash rate. And it did get 15 gigahash. Now when I did the remote, they didn't overclock the third hash board as much as the first two. I asked them, but they didn't answer me why. So I'm wondering, maybe if I get my hands on this thing, I can crank up all three of them to see how it does. But it did do about 14.5 to 15 gigahash on Caspa. And the network hash rate was a lot lower. This thing actually, it's the only Caspa I've ever mined was when they put this to my wallet address for 24 hours. And it mined me 14,000 Caspa in 24 hours. The network hash rate was way lower at that time. It was a couple months ago. But I was like, imagine 14,000 per day right now. That'd be insane. That's not happening. It's probably around the 600 or 700 Caspa range. Maybe not even that anymore. But let's kind of do some profitability testing here. Do I have this in my GPU side? No, I'm going to have to adjust all that price. Let's just try what to mine. See what to mine is telling us. What to mine, engage. Let's go to heavy hash here. We will do, we'll go 14,500. Now I do believe it's around 400 watts. They say it was 250 on the website, but I do think it was 400. But again, I don't know because I couldn't get a full thing. We're going to go to current profit. Whoa, current values. Yep, good. Calculate. So yeah, it's saying 399 to 400 coins per day potentially. That's $13 after power. Look at this. It uses no power, even at 400 watts. It might even use less. Like, again, I do not know the official amount of power this thing uses until I can plug this thing into an actual meter myself. But 1334. Now, what is that for, like, say, an ROI purpose? So let's go. What is this thing? 5,100. How much was it? $5,100. Divide that by $13. 13.34. That is a 382-day ROI. That's actually pretty good. 382. That's at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. That's slightly over a year. Yeah, not too bad. Now that's at a price. Now network hash rate is going to constantly keep going up, especially when these things go online. April batch, I believe some should start shipping this month. April batch only had 80 units available of the E300. 80 units. That's what they told me. There's only 80 units. The May batch, which they are taking orders for right now, is a lot bigger. So I don't know how many. I'll try to get a number on that, on how many will be available for the May batch. But the April batch should be shipping here soon, which they were taking orders a couple weeks ago. And I started saying, hey, they're taking orders now for them. But yeah, there's only 80 available. So that is what? That's not very much, really. So 80 times, I guess, 15 gigahash. That's going to be what? That's 1.2 terahash. So the April batch alone will only put the network up about 1.2 terahash, which is what's currently on Caspa right now. Currently on Caspa, we have, so yeah, we have 736 terahash. An extra 1 point some terahash isn't really going to make much of a difference. But how big will the next batches be? That's the question that's unknown. Regardless, let's take a look at this. Let's say you're getting 399 a day. 399. Now, what if Caspa? We just finished talking. What if Caspa goes to $1? 399 is $400. $400. Imagine that. Now, let's go 5,100. 5,100. We divide that by freaking $400. That's 12 days. So, say you mine on this thing for 12 days. You shut it off. You never mine on it again. Caspa hits $1. You ROI'd this thing for only mining for 12 days. If Caspa hits $1, we just talked about it. You know, some say it's impossible. Some say it's not going to happen. Some might happen. 20 cents, 50 cents. You know, 50-cent Caspa is 24 days to ROI this thing. If you mine it for the next 24 days coming up and shut it off and the network difficulty goes to the roof, you still made about 400 coins for the next 24 days. 50-cent Caspa, it's ROI. This is the long-term projection about thinking about these things. We don't know how it's going to play out. We don't know what Caspa is going to hit. Caspa, maybe it already seen an all-time high and it's not going to go higher. I highly doubt that, but it's just a scenario we got to play out, right? So, you know, there's risk with everything. Regardless, who knows? Be interesting. Very interesting. Very cool. And they are FPGA. So if you know how to run an FPGA, you can obviously move it into something like Radiant. RxD supposed to be coming. Potential Nexa, no idea. Not much talk on that yet, but it's in the talk. And then Ergo will be a potential player, which there is supposed to be something out there. RabidMining, my all-in price on the E300 Noctua version was $52.34 after the coupon code. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So $52.34. And again, like, hopefully you get, like, they should be shipping here right soon. So yeah, like I said, if Caspa hits $1.50, you know, less than 1 month of mining Caspa with those insane price gains in 2025, this miner will easily cover its costs, like ROI itself fast. So I don't know, but at the same time, it's a gamble. Do you believe in Caspa? That's the bottom line. If you believe in Caspa, it's something you want. If you don't believe in Caspa, you know, don't get it. It's that simple. You don't have to buy these things. Anyway, everyone knows Meowcoin is the real winner. Meowcoin. How is Meowcoin doing? Let's have a look at Meowcoin, guys. MEO. Meowcoin. Meow. All right, Meowcoin. Meow us a river. What do we got? We almost got a middle finger right here. You guys see that? You guys kind of see that? Let's take a look at that. Chart 1. Yeah, look at that. Almost. Maybe it's a pointer finger. But yeah, that's not bad. It's up 1.45%. 000144. Actually, I think I had that on my sheet here. Where's Meow? Do I have Meowcoin on here? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look, okay. Guys, we're rich. You want to know? Wait, let's just update this. 11. Well, oh, it went up a little bit more. 144. Let's have a look. Guys, Meowcoin is paying its miners to keep its network secure a whopping $622. Lambos or what? I'm just kidding. But craziness. What's this telling us? Oh, it doesn't even say. Bam, bam. There we go. Yeah, whopping $600, guys. All in Meowcoin. Let's do this. What is the cap on that? I don't know. Nexa, yeah, Nexa seeing some nice gains. Again, some people don't know about it. A lot of these new coins, we don't know what they're really gonna do. So we have to let these coins prove themselves to us. Some of these coins will make some people a lot of money. Some of them might rug pull. We have no idea. Just do what your intention feels best. Not financial advice. Pick your own projects. What do you think? Nexa, Neoxa, or Radiant? For big gains in the future, again, I think out of those, Nexa will probably see the biggest gains, but I think Radiant will be right behind it. Neoxa, I'm losing faith in it, mostly because every day they're pulling more and more away from the miners. A lot of these coins, you got to keep in mind, it's always like proof of work, miner. That's how they nag you and get you all in there. And then as they mature, they slowly kick you to the curb and say, no, as you've been looking at like Neoxa, they originally, it's a proof of game, whatever thing. They're moving a lot more now to the gaming aspect and cutting the rewards to the miners as they go. So they're not on my radar anymore because of that. But, they're doing their own thing. That's what their coin was intended. It's a gaming type of thing. So let them go to the gaming industry. But yeah, so I would have to go with Nexa and Radiant. I think Radiant's going to do well as Nexa, and as long as Nexa doesn't do anything bad. We don't know. It has to prove itself to us. But so far, things are looking good. But, tomorrow could be a totally different day. Mine all to be safe. Yeah, get a bag of everything. Have a little bit of a little stash all over the place. And then you never know. If whatever pumps, at least you have a little bit of it. If it rug pulls, I guess you burn it. Erase the wallet. Max supply is 21 billion, so it is the same as RTM. Yeah, a lot of those coins are 21 billion. They're all Bitcoin. They're all forked from the same original code in theory. Most of them. Patrick Guyan says Neoxa. Are you even a miner if you don't hold 1 million pigeon? Good point. Sadly, I don't even think I have a pigeon wallet. So sorry guys, I'm an imitator. I've been scamming the whole time. Someone's probably going to clip that part and post it somewhere now. I can see it happening now. April Fools. Oh, April Fools is over here. Still out. Oh, if you're in BC, April Fools is still on for another half an hour. Unsubbing. Oh man, there we go. Everyone just left. I went from 141 viewers to 2. We got 79 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. What's going on? Smash that like button. Mine, I'll be safe. The exit takes so long for blocks to mature, about a week. Yeah, it's 5,000 confirmations. Again, it depends on difficulty. Obviously, if the price goes down or something and miners pull off the network, it's going to be longer than usual. And then when Nexa first came out, there was actually only like 3.5 to 4 days to get that 5,000 confirmations, because blocks are starting to found a lot pretty fast, because that increased hash rate was moving faster than the difficulty adjustments. And then if it happens vice versa, it takes longer to get those 5,000 confirmations. But yeah, when everything's said and done, the difficulty is where it's supposed to be. It is about a week to do the 5,000 confirmations. That's another thing. Like, when you guys look at, I guess, networks on, is it high in hash rate, low in hash rate, high in difficulty? Like, when you judge a network based on, I guess, too many miners or something, what do you look at? Do you look at the difficulty numbers, or do you look at the hash rate numbers? Personally, myself, I look at the hash rate numbers, not the difficulty. Now, I'm going to tell you why. So if we look at, like, I go and sometimes Reddit and, oh, look at this coin. It's at 1 point whatever, yada, 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 TPT, blah, blah, difficulty. I don't care about that. The difficulty, all the difficulty does is it's there to maintain the blocks at a certain time. So, Ethereum example, ETF, FPOW, what are them? 15-second block times. We got Raptorium and stuff, 2-minute block times. The difficulty is just there. It doesn't matter what the numbers are. Yeah, a lot of hash rate goes on, the difficulty goes up. If hash rate comes up, difficulty goes down. But all the difficulty does is keep the block times where they're supposed to be. Now, some adjust a lot faster, some adjust a lot slower, like Bitcoin is a 2-week adjustment, so on, yada, yada. But that's all that difficulty number does. It keeps the block times at a level where they're supposed to be at. From that point, everything's based on hash rate. So I look at the hash rate, not the difficulty numbers, because we are trying to calculate profits and things like that. It's divided between your hash rate. Remember, the difficulty is keeping the blocks at a certain time. So you got to divide your hash rates by the block times and then the amount of coins per mine and so on, yada, yada. So, you know, at the end of the day, difficulty doesn't matter to me. I just look at the hash rate because that is where you're competing. You're competing against all this other hash to come against it. And the difficulty is just a number to keep a block time remaining the same. So that's kind of what I do when it comes to that. Someday ETH was 0.03 cent. Yeah. So I look at the market volume on the coin. Yeah, market volume is a very good thing as well. Especially if you're looking for low market. Let's kind of run through that. Let's take a look at, if you're trying to sell or mine a coin, for example. Neoxa, well, what is this? What is Meow coin? So you look at some low coins. I don't know how to give a decent example of this, but I know you mentioned a coin or something might be profitable, might not be profitable, but I say it only has a 24-hour volume or something of like, say, $100. Oh, right away you get it. You can't sell that coin. It only has $100 daily volume, yada, yada, yada. But I'd take that $100. If I'm like majority of the hash rate on some coin that nobody wants to mine because there's no volume on an exchange, that means I got most of hash rate. I'll take all that. I'll sell my coin. I have no issues taking that, 80% of that volume, $80 a day. I'll sell $80 a day all day. I don't care if I'm making $80 a day and where other coins are making negative 16 cents or something, I'll do that. I have no issues with low volume coins if there's not much hash rate and stuff like that. So these are other things to keep in mind instead of just judging a coin by its potential. Remember, I'm not holding these coins. Obviously, I said I'm selling them. But, these are just little things to kind of look at. And a lot of people, as soon as they see certain numbers like low volume on an exchange or something, they turn away and say, not mine. And that's what helps also keep some profitability levels up across other coins and other people and their miners and so on. Everyone's trying to look for the best coin, the best name, the best this. Or you can make like this entire bear market. There have been days, months where I've made massive amounts just mining coins that everyone says is garbage and crap. I'm not holding on to these coins. That has nothing to do with that. I'm mining for profit. And I've made last month, what was it? Tai Chi coin or something. Like I made $200 in a 24-hour period. And that next day I made $60. Like that week, I think I came out over like $300 or $400 mining a coin that nobody cared about. Now, obviously it's toast, but I got in and got out. I just mined it. I racked up some decent days there, and it's possible. I do this all the time with multiple coins, just staying away from, look for coins that people talk crap about, and then usually you can swoop in and pick up behind everybody. So, there's different strategies to mining crypto. It's not always about going for the big names, going to what to mine has, going here. There's coins out there that can make you a lot of money. It just might take a little more work or something to sell it. But there is definitely great ways to cash in on crypto mining. Anyway, yeah. Rabid rug pull meow coin, definitely not financial advice. No, I don't have any meow coin, honestly. I don't mine anything Kapow unless it's 10% more profitable than anything else because it uses like 10% more power. So yeah, we just looked at my power bill, third parties, they'll smile. As soon as they see you move to Kapow, Fortis, Alberta, they're laughing their heads off. Yes, mine that Kapow algorithm, give us more money. That's all they see. Power companies love you mining Kapow. Oh, crazy. Whiska's coin airdrop tonight. What is that? Craziness. All right, guys. But anyway, it's been fun. Awesome. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. April Fool's Day is probably over for most people. We will be back again live tomorrow for our annual Sunday AMA. I appreciate everyone for showing up for this live. I will see you all in the next one. Rabid out.